forget the 1990s TV show Baywatch for its bathing suits, sun, sea, surf, and a few other S's as well, maybe? In series. Starring David Hasselhoff, the show almost didn't go on to become the phenomenon that we know and loved in the 1990s. That was because it premiered on the NBC network on September the 22nd, 1989. Series creators Michael Burke, Douglas Swartz and Gregory J. Bonham were the original writers behind the show, as well as David Hasselhoff, who was more known in the US for playing Michael Knight in Knight Rider, but was actually becoming a bit of a singer in Europe. As I said, the series very nearly didn't become the phenomenon, and that was because NBC decided to cancel production due to low ratings. Who'd have thought? The original series, though, was, and this possibly contributed to some of the low ratings, had a stronger focus on the day-to-day realities of being a lifeguard, with less emphasis on the later season's melodrama. The film was filmed on beaches in Los Angeles County and Will Rogers State Beach serving as the primary locations. The original theme song for season 1 was Above the Waterline by Peter Creator, later replaced by the more iconic I'm Always Here, and that was in subsequent seasons. Baywatch was cancelled by NBC after its first season due to low ratings, and it was high production costs. Believe it or not, who'd have thought filming on the beach in the sunshine would have high production costs? But in 1989 they considered it to be too expensive and wasn't getting the payback with the viewership, so they decided to cancel it. After NBC's cancellation, though, this series was revived in 1991 in syndication, and this is a common theme with a lot of American TV series such as Star Trek, where they'll have 1 or 2 seasons and then they get the plug pulled on them for low ratings, but then they'll later be revived because of syndication and worldwide audiences. So with the syndication and obviously the 1990s, Baywatch popularity kind of took off, and we got a further 10 seasons, I believe. Julie Riley's death, well, it's quite a shame actually, because she was played by Sean Weatherly. It was killed off in episode 18, Shark Derby, and it made one of the most memorable moments in season 1. Guest stars for the first season included John Allen Nielsen as John D. Court, who would later become a returning character. As I say, the ratings did struggle with Baywatch in its first season because it was aired opposite Full House on Friday nights. Despite the rocky start, though, the groundwork laid down by season 1 would eventually help the show become a global phenomenon with its syndication and success. Part of that success, I think, you can't take away the success because of David Hasselhoff. I think had he not been attached to the project, it wouldn't have become the hit that it did, with obviously picking up after season 1. But did you realise that David Hasselhoff wasn't inclined to take on the role? Instead, he turned it down. In fact, he was reportedly claimed, or it can be reportedly claimed, that he actually turned around and said after reading the script that it was going to be nothing more than Knight Rider on a beach and swimming cozies. But there you go, he was persuaded. I would imagine the paycheck probably persuaded him to take on the role. And we got the phenomenal success of Baywatch, which would then be remade into a movie in the 2000s. And I'll cover the film in another episode. So thank you so much for watching this episode of Sci-Fi Fans. I've been Wayne, you've been great. And do check out the Shorts feed. I'll be back very soon with some more videos. And take care of yourselves. Until then, bye.